So good morning to all. Today we are going to see some important MCQ. Okay. So for every MCQ I will give you 1 minute. Okay. Clock is there front of me. Okay. I will give you 1 minute and you have to solve it. You have to answer me. Okay. And mostly I will discuss 15 to 20 MCQ, and it's a very important MCQ, and you will learn so many concepts. Okay, and you have to think in the every questions. Okay, so let's begin with the first question. And if you want, okay, if you want to I will give you 1 minute. Okay, if you want to take more time, okay, then pause the video and think. Okay, after that you can continue. Okay, so my first questions. Okay, so with the help of notebook, today I am going to discuss, because the questions I can't remember now. So first questions. Okay, so starting with the first questions. Today's session is the we are discussing MCQ. Okay, so this MCQ, okay, I took from the some MCQ from the NEET PG, some from the AIIMS PG, right? And it's all are the very important. Okay, so first question, my first question is the common carotid artery, and one thing remember, okay, you should be you should listen very carefully, okay, and you should think very carefully, okay, otherwise you can bolt, okay, you are out, so okay, your wicket can go. Okay, so my first question is the first question, common carotid artery. Okay, you all are familiar with that. Common carotid artery divide at the level of what? Okay, think. So first question is the common carotid artery divides at the level of dash. First option A, hyoid bone. Your time has started. Okay, hyoid bone. B, cricoid cartilage. C, superior border of thyroid cartilage. TC means thyroid cartilage, right? And fourth, inferior border of thyroid cartilage. Okay, your time already started. 20 seconds has gone, right? So this is the first question. What is question? Common carotid artery. We know common carotid artery is divided into external and the internal carotid artery, right? So up to which level, right? First option hyoid bone, second the cricoid cartilage, third the superior border of the thyroid cartilage, and fourth is the inferior border of the thyroid cartilage, right? This is the first question. Second question I am going to write here the second question, so you think about this first question. Okay, so second question, and I will tell you the answer. Okay, so after that you should not tell like, sir, you have not given proper times. Okay, so I am giving you times. Okay, more than 1 minute. Second question, sternocleidomastoid muscles. Sternocleidomastoid muscles is supplied by all of the following arteries except your option is the first, occipital. Second option, posterior auricular. Third option is the transverse. Third option is the superior thyroid, and the fourth option is the thyrocervical trunk. Right? So two questions. Okay, for this question time has over. Okay, it's more than 1 minute. So tell me the common carotid artery divide at the level of what? Your answer. You know the common carotid artery divided into external carotid artery and internal carotid artery. Everything you know. Okay, but here your answers. If you are able to solve this question, okay, it means you are very thorough with the anatomy. Okay, so answer is the superior border of the thyroid cartilage is the answer. Okay, superior border of the thyroid cartilage is the answer. Okay, you have to remember that the common carotid artery divides at the level of superior border of the thyroid cartilage, and it's give rise to two branches, that is the external carotid artery and internal carotid artery. I know you know the branches of the external carotid artery, that there is one mnemonic. Internal carotid arteries, you know the branches. Okay, so this is the first question. For this, for that question, 1 minute has been over. But still, I want to talk about this question. Common carotid artery divided at the level of option this, right? Same question. Common carotid artery divided at the level of M. Option is here. Option is here. Okay. A. First option. Same question. Option is changing. Okay. So upper border of C3. B. Lower border of C3. C. Upper border of C4. And D. Lower border of C4. You have 1 minute, okay? You solve this question. There is answer this superior border of thyroid cartilage. Okay, now what is your answer? Think, okay. Here is the sternocleidomastoid supplied by all of the following except which? Tell me the sternocleidomastoid. Do you know the artery supply of the sternocleidomastoid muscles? If you know, then please tell me. Sternocleidomastoid muscles, okay, arising from the here, sternum, okay, sternum and the cleido, okay, clavicle, and it's going and inserted into the where? In the tip of the mastoid process, am I right? So, tip of the mastoid process, so this part is the upper part, this is the middle part, and this is the inferior part, am I right? So, upper part, this is like posteriorly, occipital, so occipital is the right answer. I mean, occipital is supplying, here is except. Occipital is supplying posterior auricular, yeah, posterior auricular and the occipital both are supplying water. This upper part, okay, and this superior thyroid artery, you know, this is the middle part of the sternocleidomastoid muscle. So here is what? Here is the thyroid gland, okay. So superior thyroid artery is also supplying. Correct answer is the thyroid cervical tract. Okay. So first question, second questions. Okay. Now I give 1 minute for these questions also. Okay. Same questions. Common carotid artery divided at the level of what? Tell me the answer. Lower border of C4 is the correct answer, is the lower border of C4. Okay. These things you have to remember. Okay. This question is the one time asked in the NEET PG questions. Okay. And that is also. So this question. Okay. One things I want to tell you. Same questions. Common carotid artery divided at the level of what? Option is the digastric triangle. Okay. Or carotid triangle. Only two options. Or third is the both. Correct answer is the carotid triangles. Okay, upper part of the carotid triangles. Okay, so common carotid artery, these things you have to remember. Okay, and here is now third questions. Okay, so moving on the third question. What is the our third question? That is the third question is the third question is the related to the nose. Okay, very simple question. So question is the which of the following is not the part of ethmoid bone? Ethmoid bone. Okay. So question is the which of the following is not the part of ethmoid bone? Your option is A. Option is A, agar nasi. Option B, crista. Option C, unsheath process. And option D, inferior turbinate. This is the 1, 2, 3, and this is the fourth question. Okay. Option is which of the following is not the part of ethmoid bone? Ethmoid bone. 4 option is there here, right? I want to write next questions. Please solve this. Your time has started. You are having only 1 minute. Okay. If you are taking more than 1 minute, it means it's not good. Okay. So next questions. Next questions. Next question is the NEET PG 2019. Okay. So next question is the fifth question. What is that? Structures derived Structures derived from first pharyngeal arch. Option A, levator palatine. Levator palatine. Option B, buccinator. Option C, stellohyoid. Option D, anterior belly of digastric. Tell me, what was our questions? Our question is the which of the following is not the part of ethmoid bone? Okay, you tell me one thing. What do you think about inferior turbinate? If you have seen my video on the anatomy of the nose, okay, in there I clearly said inferior turbinate is a separate bone, right? So answer is the D. This all things you know, there is one like diagram like this and this, okay? So agar sign and everything you know. Unsheet process is there, okay? When you will read the ENT, okay, there is these things will come, okay? Unsheet process, you have to elevate the unsheet process in some surgery, okay? That we will discuss later. So answer is the inferior turbinate. I hope you answered correct for this, okay? Now structures derived from the first pharyngeal arch. Think. And if you are among those, yes, if you are among those who think like pharyngeal arches are the very tough, or structure arising from the pharyngeal arch, like first pharyngeal arch, second, third, fourth, fifth, okay, there is pharyngeal arches, okay. So which structure is arising from which? If you are among those who very confusing, okay, if you are not able to remember the structure which are arising from the pharyngeal arch, okay, which structure is where, okay, I will explain it, okay, very well I will explain. After that you will never forget in your life, okay. So it will take 4 to 5 minutes, okay, and I want to discuss it later in this video, okay. So I will discuss later, okay, and the last I will discuss how to remember all the structures, okay. Here is hyoid, above the hyoid, below the hyoid, pharynx, larynx, everything I will tell, okay. So here is the answer is the inferior turbinate, okay. So this is over. Now tell me the answer for this questions. The correct answer is the anterior belly of the digastric is the correct answer. Anterior belly of the digastric is correct answer. Why I am mentioning this question here? Because I want to tell you one thing. That is how to remember all the pharyngeal arches. Okay, structure arising from the muscles, okay, nerves, artery, and the bones arising from the second arch, third arch, fourth arch, first arch. Okay, those I will explain later there. Okay. I will explain it, and after that you will never forget. One question. This is the question for the this question, NEET PG questions 2019. Yes, NEET PG questions. NEET PG 2019 questions. Okay. Next, my next question is my next questions. Very important questions. Okay. I know more than 99%, more than 99 or 100. Okay, you all will give answer wrong. Okay, I am telling you. Okay, open challenge. So listen very clearly. The test pathway for question is the test pathway for circumvallate papillae of the tongue goes through. I think it's very clear, okay. You can see the test pathway for circumvallate papillae of the tongue goes through. My first option is the chorda tympani. First option is the chorda tympani. Chorda tympani. Second option is the greater petrosal nerve. Greater petrosal nerve. Third option is the internal laryngeal nerve. And the fourth option is glossopharyngeal nerve. Glossopharyngeal nerve. You know the test sensation from the anterior two-third is supplied by from the posterior posterior one-third of the tongue is supplied by. You know that thing. Okay, so I apply here the test pathway for the circumvallate papillae where it is present. Okay, think about this. I am going to write next questions. Okay, very important question is this is the very important questions. Don't make mistake. Yes, very important questions. NEET PG questions, very important. Here, I don't know, I forgot. Okay. So now, what is the questions? The structures that is not present within the parotid gland. The structure that is not present within the parotid gland. Your option is first, external carotid artery, facial artery, transverse facial artery, and the retromandibular vein. Think, I am going to write here. The structures that is not present within the parotid gland. First option is the external carotid artery. Your time already started. B, facial artery. C, transverse facial artery. D, retromandibular vein. Answer please. Answer for this question. The test pathway of the circumvallate papillae of the tongue goes through. Circumvallate papillae present where? Tell me. Do you know the see why I took these questions? Why I am giving you this question? So circumvallate papillae where is present? Can you tell me what is the difference between anterior two-third of the tongue? See here, anterior two-third of the tongue. Here is the anterior two-third and here is the posterior one-third. What is the difference between anterior two-third and the posterior one-third? Can I tell? Papilla is present here. Am I right or not? Papilla is present here. Here is only lymphatics, so only present. Lymphatics. Okay, lymph follicles is only present in here. But here is no papilla. So, you know that circumvallate papilla is present anterior two-third of the tongue and anterior two-third of the tongue. If it is anterior two-third present in the anterior two-third of the tongue, then what is your answer? Taste sensation, special sensation from anterior two-third of the tongue is carried by chorda tympani. Right? This is your answer. But this is the wrong. This is the wrong. Yes. Correct answer is the glossopharyngeal. You may be say glossopharyngeal is carrying special sensation from posterior one-third of the tongue, but it is present in the anterior two-third. Yeah, that is the twist in these questions. Okay, and this question has been asked in the AIMS. Okay, this question is from the AIMS. See, whatever I am giving you questions, okay, there is one reason behind that. Okay, one thing I want to discuss all PG level questions here. Okay, see, whatever we are reading, okay, we have to correct some things. Okay, we know anterior two-third. Okay, if there is exception or not, like that we have to read. Okay, and if you are reading it from, if you used to solve MCQ from the some ape like marrow, okay, triplets, that is okay. Okay, solve from here. It will be good. Okay, here is the collection. I am giving you collection of every. If you solving from the marrow, triplets, okay, glucose or NEET PG questions, okay, so everything I will give you here. So glossopharyngeal is the correct answer. See, taste sensation from the circumvallate papillae is carried by glossopharyngeal nerve. Other all things in the anterior two-third is supplied by, carried by chorda tympani. And other things. One thing is the glossopharyngeal. Second is the posterior one-third. Here is the posterior one-third. Okay, tell me some other things. Posterior one-third is also there, and posterior one-third. Okay. So glossopharyngeal is the correct answer for this. Oropharyngeal. In the oropharyngeal, if there is some general sensation, it goes through the glossopharyngeal now, right? So this is the this all about this question. Okay, so one is the posterior one-third, second is the circumflex velvet, and third is the palatoglossus arch. Palatoglossus arch. Okay, so from 3 this glossopharyngeal is the carried. Okay, make a note. The structure that is not present within the parotid gland. What is your answer? I gave you more than 2-3 minutes. What is your answer? Now, if you are, why I gave these questions? Because the structures present within the parotid gland is the short notes. Okay, for MBBS first year student. Okay, so tell me. We know there is 3 things which present into the parotid gland. That is the external carotid artery is present, right? Second things, retromandibular vein is presenting, right thing. And third thing is the facial nerve. So all these 3 things is present. So external carotid artery is present, but here is the not present, right? So retromandibular vein is also present. Now problem in the facial artery and the transverse facial artery. You can tell facial artery and the transverse facial artery. These are the branches of external carotid artery. Yeah, these are the branches from the external carotid artery. So, if you know how to draw, see. I think it's visible, right? So, this is the external carotid artery. External carotid artery. Here the external carotid artery. This is the transverse. This is the superficial temporal artery, right? And this is what? This is the transverse facial artery. Here is the option. This is the transverse facial artery. And this is what? This is the maxillary artery. And this is the posterior auricular artery. Am I right? So, facial nerve is, it is somewhat like this. Parotid gland. Right, so retromandibular vein is there. See, in the case of retromandibular vein, what happening? This is the retromandibular vein. I hope it's visible. This is the retromandibular vein. It's giving 2 division. This is the anterior division and here is the posterior division, right? So posterior division is it's combined with, or this is the what? Posterior auricular vein. It's joined with the posterior auricular vein and the form what? External jugular vein, right? So external jugular vein, and here this is the anterior division. Okay, here is the facial. It joined with the facial vein and it form what? Common facial vein. I hope you know all these things. Okay, so whether answer is the facial artery or the transverse cervical artery. So facial artery is, it's not present in this. So correct answer is the facial artery. Transverse facial artery is also presenting. External carotid artery and the retromandibular vein, it's present, that you know. Okay, I didn't add the option for the facial nerve. Okay, so this is the very important things. Okay, so next questions. What is your next question? That is the parasympathetic. Next questions. It's based on the aortic ganglion, right? Sorry, I have told the answers. Okay, aortic ganglion. Okay, but don't worry. I am going to write the questions. Okay, you have to solve. Okay. Parasympathetic secretomotor fibers. Parasympathetic secretomotor fibers of parotid gland come from all except. So question is here. All except. Okay. So first option is the aortic ganglion. Aortic ganglion. Second option is the greater petrosal nerve. Greater petrosal nerve. Third option, auriculotemporal nerve. And fourth is the tympanic plexus. Okay, so what is the question? Question is the parasympathetic supply. Parasympathetic secretomotor fibers to parotid gland. Parotid gland from all except. This is the question. So question is telling that every in this So parasympathetic secretomotor fiber of the parotid gland from all except. Tell me the answer for this question. Okay, you have 1 minute. Okay. So already I told you the aortic ganglion. Okay. So now you have to think about aortic ganglion. Think about aortic ganglion. There is 3 more options. Next questions. Next question is the very important question. It asked in the entrance exam. Don't make mistake. Okay. So next question is the next question. I hope it's visible. Which of the following is not a content of suboccipital triangle? Suboccipital triangle, right? Your option is A, occipital artery. Second, B, vertebral artery. Option C, suboccipital nerve. Think about this. Suboccipital nerve. Fourth, D, suboccipital venous plexus. Right? Come on these questions. What was the question? Parasympathetic secretomotor fibers to the parotid gland from all except. So we know aortic ganglion. Aortic ganglion is supplying. What about these 3? Greater petrosal nerve, auriculotemporal nerve, and the tympanic plexus. Your answer is the greater petrosal nerve. Why? See here. Do you know about aortic ganglion? Aortic ganglion, there I told you one there story of 2 girls. Okay, Gifty and Mega M is middle meningeal artery, sympathetic plexus from sympathetic fiber make plexus around the middle meningeal artery, right? G means that G means glossopharyngeal. Now see here. Here is the Gifty, right? Here is the Mega. Am I right or not? So G means glossopharyngeal. Glossopharyngeal means ninth, and the glossopharyngeal. Okay. So glossopharyngeal one giving branch to the tympanic plexus. So here is the tympanic plexus. It means what? It means we are talking about glossopharyngeal now, right? So glossopharyngeal is also supplying. Aortic ganglion is also supplying, right? Now greater petrosal or the auriculotemporal. Now tell me in this. So actually what happening? Inferior salivatory nucleus. See here, inferior salivatory nucleus. From here, which nerve will come? That is the tympanic plexus, or you can tell 9th nerve. Okay, what it will do? It will form the tympanic plexus. Okay, I am writing short. Okay, because we have to cover some more MCQ. From here, it is going to the aortic. It's going to the aortic ganglion. And aortic ganglion to it's giving to going to the parotid gland, right? Parotid gland. So you tell me from tympanic plexus to the aortic ganglion, which nerve is there? That is called lesser petrosal nerve. Tell. Lesser petrosal nerve, not greater petrosal nerve. So answer is this greater petrosal. From here, aortic ganglion to parotid gland, auriculotemporal nerve. Which nerve? Temporal nerve. Okay. So auriculotemporal nerve also supplying. Aortic ganglion is this things, and the 9th glossopharyngeal, that is the tympanic plexus. So correct answer is the greater petrosal nerve. Okay. This is how you have to revise the things. Okay. If you are revising the things, then it's good. Next question. Which of the following is not a content of suboccipital triangle? What is your answer? I don't know what is your answer, but correct answer is the occipital artery. Occipital artery is the correct answer. Yes, occipital artery is the correct answer. What do you think? You are thinking that occipital triangle means occipital artery is there. No. See, one thing you should remember, must remember what? Posterior triangle is here. Posterior triangle is divided into 2 parts. One is the occipital. Here is the occipital. Okay, that is the occipital triangle. And here is the above the subclavian artery. So subclavian triangle. Am I right? But what I'm asking, suboccipital. I'm not asking about occipital triangle. What is this? What is the suboccipital triangle? That is here, right? It is here. Okay, occipital triangle present is here. So occipital artery present in the occipital triangle, not in suboccipital triangle. Yes, suboccipital. Occipital triangle is here. It is here. Okay, but occipital triangle is here, but suboccipital is here. Can you tell me the boundary of the suboccipital triangle? Do you know? Put in the comment section if you know. So, correct answer is the occipital artery. See, vertebral artery, yeah. Two vertebral artery will form the basilar artery, right? From two vertebral artery, and this is the basilar artery. Am I right? So, it will come from here only. So, this is the triangle. So, vertebral artery is the, okay, it's present. Suboccipital nerve, yeah. Suboccipital triangle, so suboccipital nerve is there. And suboccipital venous plexus, yes. Question is, this is question in the NEET PG, okay. So, what is here? We have to remember suboccipital. It's not occipital, okay. So, should not confuse, should not get confused, okay. So, moving on the next questions. Next question is the very important questions. Okay, in one time it's in exam it has come. So want to tell you. I think this question you all can do very well. Okay, listen to the here. All of the following branches of external carotid artery are given off in the carotid triangle except. So we know there is 8 branches of the external carotid artery. So what is the question is saying? Question is saying all of the following branches of the external carotid artery given off in the carotid triangle. Yes, except. So your option is here. First thing is the posterior auricular artery. Posterior auricular artery. Think about it. Second is the occipital artery. Occipital artery. Third thing is ascending pharyngeal artery. Ascending pharyngeal artery. And fourth is superior thyroid artery. Superior thyroid artery. Okay, what is your question? What is your options? Question was like external carotid artery has 8 branches. Okay, so which one of the following branch of the external carotid artery gives off in the carotid triangles? Okay, so external carotid artery is given off in branches carotid artery except in this 3 the branches is given in the this carotid triangle, which is not given. Tell me this. I want to rough that and want to move on the next questions. Tell me. For great vessels, you have to remember one thing, that is the up to which level it's dividing. Second thing is, this is the second thing. Okay. One more questions came, very good questions. Yeah, it is also related to the great vessels. Okay. So my question is the next questions. Okay. I want to write in this marker. See, the only median branch. The only medial branch from external carotid. First option, facial. Second option, lingual. Third option, occipital. Fourth option, ascending pharyngeal artery. Tell me the answers. What is the only median branch? Okay, this is the questions has been asked in the exam. Okay, one is the level. Second question is this. Okay, and third question is this. This is the exam question. Tell me the answer for this question. What is the answer for this question is? Please fast. All of the following branches of, again I am reading, all of the following branches of the external carotid artery. One thing I want to tell you, you remember one mnemonics like SPM. SPM, or you can remember ATM. Okay, see here, ATM, ATM. What is the ATM? A means auriculotemporal nerve. Auricular vessels, so you can get artery, posterior auricular artery. T means, tell me the T means T. M is maxillary. M is maxillary. Here what is the SP? S means superior temporal. Superior temporal artery. P means posterior auricular artery. M is maxillary artery. See, external carotid artery is giving 8 branches. Out of that, 5 is present in the carotid triangle, 3 is not present. Which is 3? You remember, like SPM. So superior temporal artery, posterior auricular artery, and the maxillary artery. If you remember ATM, auricular artery. T means what? Temporal artery, right? So temporal artery, and M is maxillary artery. If you remember ATM, right? If you remember SPM, right? So see here, posterior auricular artery. Posterior auricular artery is here. Posterior auricular artery is here. It's not a branch into the carotid triangle. Okay, so correct answer is this. A is the correct answer. Make a note on this. Whether if you are comfortable with SPM, okay. If you are comfortable with ATM, it's okay, no problem, right? Now, the only medial branch from the external carotid artery. Tell me the only medial branch of the external carotid artery. What is your answer? I don't know what is your answer, but the correct answer is the ascending pharyngeal artery. 4th number is the correct answer, ascending pharyngeal artery. Okay, make a note. Okay, and I'm going to tell you one thing. You know one mnemonics. Sister Lily face on powder attract medical. I want to remove this. Ascending pharyngeal artery is the answer. Student. So 3, 3 and 2. 8 branches. Now first 3. These are the anterior. These are the anterior branches. Now occipital. We know occipital is posterior. So this is the posterior. Posterior. P. This is the posterior auricular artery present in the posterolateral. Posterolateral. A. This is the ascending pharyngeal artery, and here this is the medially, only one, which is the medially. Medially. Now thing is the maxillary. This is the deep branch. And here superior temporal. That you know superior temporal is going here. So that is the lateral terminal branches. Lateral terminal branches. Okay, so answer is the ascending pharyngeal artery is the answer. So I have covered this question. Structure present with the pharyngeal arch. The test pathway has been over. All of the following branches, external carotid, okay. Which of the following is the content of the occipital? Okay. This okay. This okay. And want to discuss one more question. That is the one question. It is a very important question, and it has been asked in the AIIMS PG questions. Okay, very important question in the, see, whatever logical questions, no, that all questions from the AIIMS only. Question is the which bone is fully developed at the time of birth. So which bone is fully developed at the time of birth, right? Your option is the first A option. Okay, I want to write first. Okay, malleus. B, incus. C, steps. D, all of above. All of them. Fast. Give me reply very fast. Okay, this question is asked in the AIIMS PG. Logical questions. Think and tell me the answer. This question has been over. One is the very, very important questions. Okay, I hope it's last questions. So, Which of the following structure passes through the sinus of Morgani? Questions. Which of the following structures passes through sinus of Morgani? Right? First option is the palatoglossus. First option, palatoglossus. B, palatopharyngeus. C option, tensor tympani. D option, levator veli palatine. Muscles, right? Tell me the answer for this. Which bone is fully developed at the time of birth? What is your answer? What is your answer? Tell me. Answer is the all of this. You know in our body what happening when baby is delivered out, right? So from that time to the up to the adult, okay, or you can tell up to the age of early adulthood, like 22, 25, okay. So up to that age, bone is growing, right, and ossifying, and they developing. But this bone, Meniscus steps, okay, they fully develop at the time of birth. How it's logical question? Can you tell me? Baby can hear or not? Okay, if baby is 2 days, the age of the baby like 1 day or it's like 2 hours ago, okay. So what will happen if baby can hear, right? So if you are calling the baby or if you are making noise, okay, baby can hear, okay, and that baby after that, it may be like child, adult, okay. So on that time also he is hearing. I am hearing very well. Okay, when I was kid, okay, on that time I was also hearing, no. So Meniscus steps, all of these, okay, these are the fully developed bone. Okay, it is not like when you are 1 year ago, sorry, 1 year old. Okay, on that time you are hearing this much. When you are 5 year old, you are hearing this much. When you are 10 years, you are hearing like this much. Is it like this? No, it's not like that. Hearing is not directly proportional to the age. It means when you cross the 50 or 100, okay, you will hear very well. Okay, you can hear from 2 kilometers away. Again, is it? No, it's not like that. So answer is the all of above. Okay. So this is which of the following structure passes through the sinus of Morgani? I want to discuss these things. Sinus of the Morgani. What is this? Tell me. Tell me sinus of the Morgani and tell me the answer. First of the answer. Answer is the D. D is the correct answer. See what is the D? Levator veli palatine muscles is the correct answer. Can you tell me what is the sinus of Morgani? Here is the sinus of Morgani, right? What is this? This is the space between base of the skull and the superior constrictor muscles. So can I draw like this? Here is the base. Okay, here is the skull. Tell me. Skull or base of the skull. Am I right? So here I want to draw one thing. It is like this, and one thing is this, like, second thing is, I will tell you what I am drawing. It's like this. These things from here to here, this is called sinus of Morgani. So space between base of the skull and the superior constrictor, that is called sinus of Morgani. So now this is what? This is the eustachian tube or auditory tube, you can tell. So auditory tube is also part of this. Levator veli palatine is also a part of this, right? Now here is the muscular cord. This is all are the muscular cord. Okay, can you tell me what is this? This is the buccopharyngeal fascia. Buccopharyngeal fascia, am I right? Here is the muscular cord. Muscular cord. Can you tell me what is this? Here like this one, what is this? This is the mucosa, and here is the pharyngobasilar fascia. So pharyngobasilar fascia. Can you tell me the structure piercing parotid duct is there. Okay, so parotid duct is pierce which structures? Tell me. There is 4 structures. From here it's going inside. No, so first of all it's piercing the buccopharyngeal fascia. First of all, not buccopharyngeal fascia. That is the one buccal pad of it. After that, this buccopharyngeal fascia. After that, buccinator, and after that, mucous membrane. Okay. So what is our question? Our question is the sinus of Morgani. Okay. Passes through which structure? So levator valipalatine is the correct answer. The space between the skull of the base and the superior constrictor muscles, that is called sinus of Morgani. Right? Eustachian tube is also there. That is the things you have to remember. Okay. So why I am discussing about the parotid duct? Okay. So parotid duct also piercing some structures. Okay. What is the formula for that? MB cube. M is mucous membrane inside, right? And B means buccal pad of it. Again B means buccopharyngeal fascia. Again B means buccinator muscles, right? So these all are the questions. Okay. I want to know this question over. This is over. Some more question is there, but I will tell you later in the next video. Okay. So one more questions if you want, then I can tell you. Okay. For pre-final year student. Okay. It's not very important for first year, but please try. Okay. If you are very thorough with the embryology. Okay, I hope you are not thorough with the embryology. Okay, but still asking question. Okay, which of the following sinus grow till early adulthood? Last question for today's class. Which of the following sinus grow till early adulthood? First option A, frontal, B, ethmoid, C, sphenoid, and D option is the maxillary. I want the answers. Please tell me the answer. What is question? Which of the following sinus grow till early adulthood? Okay. Please tell me the answer. I want to just tell you how to remember the embryology of the pharyngeal arches. Okay, it's arising from the which pharyngeal arch, right? So I am going to tell you the pharyngeal arches. So one thing you should remember. Okay, everyone is confusing in the pharyngeal arches. Okay, so starting with the first pharyngeal arch. Okay, sinus. Here I am writing grow till the early adulthood. Okay, here come here. First pharyngeal arch, second pharyngeal arch, third pharyngeal arch. Okay, it will go very down. Okay, you can't see it, so I want to write it here. First pharyngeal arch, I think it's visible. Okay, second pharyngeal arch. Here is the third pharyngeal arch. Here is the fourth pharyngeal arch. Here is the fifth pharyngeal arch. Right. So what I am trying to tell you, I am telling you first of all the now. Okay. So I think it's visible, right? It's visible now. So 5, 7, 9. Am I right or not? First, second, and 9, and this both from the 10. What is this? 5, 7, 9, 10. Fifth nerve, that is a trigeminal nerve. Okay, and which division of the trigeminal nerve? Mandibular. Mandibular nerve from the first pharyngeal arch. After that 7, alternative. That is the facial. After that glossopharyngeal, 9th. Okay, and this is the 4th and this is the 5th. Supplying from the vagus. Not supplying, arising. This is the pharyngeal arch. Okay, arising from the 10th vagus is arising from the 4th and 5th pharyngeal arch. Now, how you have to remember? See here. Do you know the thyroid gland? I hope you know the thyroid gland. This is the lobe of the thyroid gland, right? Sorry, apex, and here is the lobe of the thyroid gland. From here, one artery is coming. That is called superior thyroid artery. So here one nerve will come. That is called what? That is called what? And here, inferior thyroid artery is coming from here, thyrocervical trunk. There is also one nerve. What is that? This is called superior laryngeal nerve. And this is the called what? Recurrent laryngeal nerve. Okay, so here is superior laryngeal nerve is above. So in the fourth is the above. So here is what? In the 10th nerve, but which? You tell. In the fourth is the superior laryngeal nerve. Okay, so superior laryngeal nerve is here. Tell me in the fifth, what is the recurrent laryngeal nerve? So recurrent laryngeal nerve. In the nerve, if examiner asking nerve, okay, fifth mandibular nerve, first pharyngeal arch, fifth, seventh, ninth, and 10th. Okay, now I want to tell you the artery. Start from above to downwards. Start from above to downwards. Okay, so starting from the above to downwards. Listen very carefully. Starting from above to downwards. Above first, maxillary artery. Okay, so artery I'm going to write here artery. So maxillary artery. In the first pharyngeal arch. In the second pharyngeal arch, maxillary. After that, ear is there. Stapedius. Right? So stapedial artery. Stapedial artery. In the third is common carotid artery. Common carotid artery. In the fourth, tell me in the fourth, common carotid artery is here. So what is here? Starting with the arch of aorta. Arch of aorta. See here. I want to tell you here. Arch of aorta is like here. Okay, so before arch of aorta, what is there? Here is what? That you know what to say. In the fifth, first of all, you write pulmonary arteries. Pulmonary artery. Okay, so pulmonary artery. So I think it's very clear. Okay, light has gone. Okay, I am, you know, from where I am making this video? In the desert. Okay, I am from Rajasthan. Okay, Rajasthan just a name. My village is near Pakistan border, right? So we having here electricity and a problem. Okay, so I hope still it is visible, right? So here is the pulmonary artery. Okay, so start from above. Maxillary artery, stapedial artery, common carotid artery, right? Arch of the aorta and the pulmonary artery, right? So this is all. Now, which is the bone? Tell me the bone. See, second pharyngeal arch is also called hyoid arch. Hyoid. Okay, so hyoid. Iota. Okay. Above the hyoid, everything in the bone is arising from the first. What is the bone? Mandible. Yes. Zygomatic. Yes. Maxillary. Yes. Nasal septum is formed by what? Vomer. Yes. Vomer. Yes. This is the temporal bone. Yes. Okay. But stellar process not. Remember, stellar process is the second. Okay. So these all are the things. Okay. So mandible, sphenoid, vomer, temporal, zygomatic, and one more thing. Two bone is there, ossical bones. What is that? Malleus and the incus. You can tell there is three. Yeah, there is three. But malleus and incus. Two. Stapes is not. Stapes is in the second, right? Now, tell me the muscles. Okay, whatever muscles present in the above the hyoid. Not whatever. Sorry, not whatever. Okay, there is certain. Okay, see this facial muscles. Okay, all facial muscles are arising from the not first, second. That is, remember, second. In the first, I am reading muscular mylohyoid. Muscles of the mastication. Of the muscles of the mastication is supplied by mandibular nerve, because muscles of the mastication is the from first pharyngeal arch. Okay, and the second is that this nerve is also supplying, mandibular is also from first pharyngeal arch. So this is supplying anterior belly of digastric, not posterior belly. Posterior belly is the second, right? Tensor belli palanti and the tensor tympani over. In the second arch, what I told, muscles of the face, everything. Okay, and the stylohyoid muscles, stapedius muscles here, and facial expression, everything. Now facial nerve, stapedial artery, I have already told. In the third, stellopharyngeus. In the now stellopharyngeus. Remember one thing in the fourth pharyngeal arch and the fifth pharyngeal arch. Fourth pharyngeal arch is the one thing. For first muscles is here. For second muscle here. For third what I told? Stellopharyngeal, from stellar to pharyngeal. For fourth pharynx. and for fifth larynx. Finish. Over. So for first pharynx, all the muscles of the pharynx, and the fifth, what is the muscles of the larynx? So intrinsic muscles of the larynx. Intrinsic muscles of larynx. That's right. So pharynx is here. So now make one rough diagram. Hyoid is here. Second. After that, sternopharyngeus. Pharynx is here. So this is a fourth pharyngeal arch. Larynx is somewhat here. So this is fifth. And here is the first. Here is the second. And here is the third. This is how you have to remember the things, right? So all the intrinsic muscles of the larynx except cricohyoid. So cricohyoid will come here. Now what I said, muscles, pharynx muscles is the in fourth, larynx muscles is in the fifth. But ligament of the larynx are in the fourth, and ligament of the larynx are here, except only one, that is called arytenoid cartilage is here. Okay, so this is how you have to remember the things. Okay, so tell me how you will remember the now 5, 7, 9 and 5, 7, 9 and 10. 10 in the superior laryngeal nerve and the recurrent laryngeal nerve, right? Artery, 8, 2, common cavity, arch, and this. Here is the muscles and everything. Okay, pharynx, larynx, fourth pharynx, larynx. Second face. Second is the face only. Okay, first is here, muscles of mastication, everything. Okay, so I hope you like it. Okay, and if you want this kind of MCQ more, okay, please tell in the comment section. Okay, so we can make more MCQ on this. Okay, if you're having any doubt, okay, then please tell us in the comment section. Okay, so thank you.